As far as deportation is concerned, that's a no-no. I mean, we don't have a deportation agreement with Bangladesh. So, and you cannot deport people to a country which doesn't recognize that these are its nationals. So that is a non-starter. Anybody familiar with even the barest common denominator of international law, of which India has a major role, is that you cannot send people to places where they feel they could be harmed. If you catch people at the border and push back, that's a separate thing, but that's not deportation. That is pushback at the border, and that's the only way you'll be able to tackle the issue of current or ongoing migration. That's one. As far as the detention camps are concerned, while the government of India is announced in Parliament, it has plans for these detention camps which will be provided, where inmates will be provided with drinking water and comfortable bedding and health facilities and a proper diet and all that. That really doesn't answer the question, why should there be detention camps for people who are have come over informally, illegally, and who are not involved in any crime. They have not committed murders, they have not gone around assaulting people, they have not undermined the security of the state. They're just trying to eke out a living. These are largely economic migrants who are poor and very vulnerable. Even those who are officially detected as illegal immigrants. And the question arises whether the proposed punishment is greater than the perceived crime. A labor flow to come in a way formally and then go back, because you don't give them permanent settlement, you don't give them rights of virtual citizenship or of voting. And those are the core areas where there are concerns in Assam. Everybody who is off the list will be assisted, has the right to get legal aid, has the right to be assisted to get onto the list. So now you have this rather peculiar situation, a contradictory situation. The party is saying, we'll throw people off, we'll get them off the list. Now suddenly it's saying, the government of the party is saying, no, we will put them back on the list. There is a long process of justice which awaits them, and we will make sure that nobody is illegally harmed, in this process. So how it will go is that people apply in this 120-day period window that is there. People who are off the list will apply to the foreigners' tribunals. The foreigners' tribunals will adjudicate on them. There are 100, another 200 are being set up. But to try 1.9 million cases in a question of 120 days is a major ask. That's one. Then from there, if their complaints are not upheld, their requests are not upheld, and they're still held as foreigners, they won't be marched into detention camps. They will have the right to appeal to a high court and then to the Supreme Court. It's only after all these processes are exhausted that they will be declared as foreigners. Until then, everybody is an Indian citizen. Maybe you find this strange, but people who are off the NRC may be on voters list, and to get them off the voters list is a completely different process. So it's multiple complexities, and we've woven a web in which everything is trapped now. It's just too complex. As the poet says, it's a complex web we weave.